Good day. Alien 3 is a film that I'm not all that fond of. I found it to be a plodding, poorly written mess that took a good franchise and then ran it into the ground. Then, in 2012, Prometheus nuked the franchise from orbit, and thus Alien is more or less dead. Or is it? Flash to 2019, and we get an audio drama based upon one of Willam Gibson's scripts for Alien 3. Alien is my third favorite franchise after Wars and Trek. And it's only third because there's so little of it. Most Alien works are actually quite good, and the fact that we have both an audio drama and a comic based upon an unproduced screenplay shows that Alien had some talent behind it. I have no idea why this screenplay was not picked up for the film. It was excellent, and it wasn't even the best of Willam Gibson's screenplays. This version of Alien 3 took the franchise back to its roots. But what are the franchise's roots? Alien was set in a claustrophobic location with a bunch of space long-haul truckers that had to deal with a vicious and utterly alien life form. This version of Alien 3 has a claustrophobic location, a bunch of space scientists that have to deal with a new iteration of an utterly alien life form. This is a bit closer to the original Alien's vision rather than a space penal colony or a planet made of wood. Yes, that was one of the scripts that was rejected, but some of the Wood Planet script was seen in the final film. So with that, let's fire up the old boombox and take a listen to the Alien 3 Willam Gibson audio drama. The real Alien 3 begins with Bishop, voiced by the ever-epic Lance Hendrickson, summing up the events of Aliens from his perspective. Bishop was a supporting character from that film, and here he is more or less the protagonist. He does a good job of summing it up, but the new voices for Ripley and Newt leave something to be desired. Ripley sounds like a high schooler trying to do a Sigourney Weaver impersonation, and Newt, well, she sounds like a 20-year-old trying to sound 8, and it is pure ear rape. We also get to hear a bit from Michael Biehn, and thank Yzmir he is not just phoning it in like he did in Colonial Marines. After Aliens is summed up, we time skip a bit, and we see that the Sulaco has drifted into UPP space. The UPP is the Union of Progressive Peoples, and they are the Soviet Union in space. Throughout the audio drama, we see numerous references to the Cold War, which was still going on at the time the script was being written. The UPP send a boarding party to examine the Sulaco. Upon entering, they find that the ship is deserted and eventually make their way to the cryotubes, and, surprise! Somehow the alien queen put an egg inside of Bishop's torso when she tore him in half. This was kind of used in the crappy version of Alien 3, but it makes little sense there, and to be honest seems a bit far-fetched here. The egg spits out a facehugger, and said facehugger gets to making slow, sweet love to the Space East German commander of the UPP boarding party. The rest of the party gets spooked and grabs Bishop and retreats, leaving the Space East German behind. This seems a bit silly, since they should have been able to find him on a deserted ship, and it's not like they're under any time constraints. But then again, do you want a bloody Xeno or not? The Sulaco eventually drifts back into ICC space and docks with Anchor Point Station, the central location of the audio drama. It is here that we get introduced to our main Xeno food for the drama, and thus we enter the main issue with the audio drama as a whole. The new characters are not in any way interesting or memorable. They can still remind the listener of the original cast of Alien, and that they are mere jobbers working for a living, but none can hold a candle to the crew of the Nostromo, and most of the time you will either be paying more attention to the cool world building, or waiting for Hicks and Bishop to take the limelight. We have not one, but two skeevy company reps that begin barking orders and taking over. The crew of the Anchor Point Station gets an ultimatum: let the company do some experiments, or get shut down. The company reps and some jobbers explore the Sulaco and find the body of Captain Space East German and take him to the med lab for an autopsy. They also free the crew of the Sulaco. Ripley's cryotube is damaged, but she is still alive. She has to be sedated, and is kept sedated throughout the entire bloody audio drama. In another draft, it's implied that she has gone catatonic due to her cryotube malfunctioning. It could be said that in that version, and this one too, that while she is sedated, she hallucinates Alien 3 Crappy Edition. If I dreamed of a wooden planet, I'd go nuts too. There are two simultaneous plots in the audio drama, the one on Anchor Point and the one in the UPP, and the drama shows that neither group are really evil, so to speak, and they are both equally bad in the same ways, as both want to use the Xenomorph to create a superweapon. The audio drama expands upon the Xenomorph's deadliness and has both the ICC and the UPP clone the Xenomorph. Before the action begins, the company reps do something smart. They actually send most of the crew and Newt away on the repaired Sulaco. Hicks remains on the station, and eventually Bishop is brought back to the ICC by the UPP for political points. The drama comes to a head on Anchor Point when a Xenomorph embryo grows so big it bursts a containment vessel and spews Xeno love juice on an annoying company rep. The remaining crew of Anchor Point and Hicks decide to destroy the remaining embryos as they believe it is too dangerous a weapon, and in a hilarious moment, just as they're about to destroy it, they find that Bishop has been put to work on the Xenomorph Fires project, and he was going to destroy them all along. And then we get to the creepy moment of the audio drama. When the annoying company rep comes to stop them, said rep turns into a Xenomorph human hybrid, and the voice talent does a pretty damn good job. Yes, this is how the Willam Gibson script made the Xeno even scarier. Now, the Xenomorph propagates like a bloody zombie virus. Anyone could be one. It's just a matter of time before they turn. Sort of like Aliens meets The Thing. In a way, it's a match made in hell. By Alien 3, chestbursters and facehuggers had become rather blasé, rather normal, if you will. Willam Gibson made Xenomorph propagation scary again. Meanwhile, on the UPP side, the Xenomorphs have escaped and have started killing everyone. Just the usual. On Anchor Point, our intrepid heroes have to figure out how to kill the Xenomorph hybrid and escape the station. The plot, while never having been seen in film, was ripped off by numerous comic writers in the 90s. There were at least 4 plots that had the exact same setup with just minor variations between them. And it's a plot that works, if you have the right characters. Hicks and Bishop are great, and they are the stars of the audio drama, but everyone just falls flat. There is a scene where you're supposed to care about one of the scientists, but honestly I didn't give a damn and had trouble remembering just who he even was. The world building is great, and it's awesome to learn more of the political structure of the Aliens universe, as the details bring the universe to life and give it a greater scope. The new Xeno is a cool variation and works quite well and brings the new dimension to the monster, although one really bad script had the whole station get infected and turn into a giant space station Xenomorph. Someone was paid to write that. The wooden planet seems almost passable in comparison. Overall, this is not the best of the Willam Gibson Alien 3 drafts, but it is still entertaining, and I cannot recommend it enough to any fan of Aliens. And so, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good Aliens, Earthhive, and good Aliens, the Female War, or whatever makes you happy. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and if you can, please consider supporting me on Patreon so that I can continue bringing you this awesome content.